This week at Outside Reviews, I have the Volvo EX30. Got mixed feelings about it. Let me tell you why. Let's go. Kicking off this review in an acceleration. Let's get right into it. So, Volvo EX30, you can have the dual motor or single motor. So dual motor, way more power output and not bad range. So dual motor is gonna have 422 horsepower and 400 pounds-feet of torque. That equates to a 0 to 60 time. Hold on to your hats because it's 3.6 seconds. Wow. Now, it's a little bit of a bummer, but probably for safety reasons, they gave me the single motor. So I don't have that. I have 268 horsepower and 253 pounds-feet of torque. My 0 to 60 time is 5.3 seconds. And if you're looking at range, like, okay, yeah, but single motor pad is gonna get more range. Not really. I don't think it's worth it. I would definitely go for the dual motor because the range difference is 22 kilometers. That's it, or 11 miles. There you go. So 22 kilometers, 11 miles. So you get 400 kilometers of range with the dual motor all-wheel drive, or 250 miles. Sorry, my math. I'm trying to do math here. Or you get 420 kilometers. So just 20 kilometers or 11 miles. So 261 miles of range with the single motor. It's just not worth it for me to lose out on that much power and just get the single motor, in my opinion. Now, 5.3 seconds 0 to 60 time with a single motor is still not bad. I just want more. Just kidding, but it just gives you more. I just think it's more bang for the buck. But this is a single motor and it goes. Also, continue on with the drivability of it. It's smooth. I'm on actually a pretty rough road right here, Mountain Quebec Road, probably the worst ones in North America. Well, maybe Mexico can beat us on that, but still, it's very bad roads, and it takes these imperfections very well. It takes cornering. You know what? Let's just take this corner over here a little bit faster than average. No cops, good. Oh yeah, very limited body roll. I can feel that contact patch very well. Very good grip. I got those 20-inch wheels that look amazing. Also, one thing to be noted is with the Volvo co-pilot system, when you're on the highway on those long drives, it does such a great job keeping you in your lanes. It'll take the turns for you. It'll make you forget that you're the one driving. That's how smooth the co-pilot is. And you're like, wow, Pat really loves this car. Hang on, I'm not done the review. You're gonna have to stay tuned because there's some bad things. But the bad things have nothing to do with how it drives. Now, the range, am I actually getting 420 kilometers of range? Well, I did a highway drive. So highway drive, if you're new to an EV, is the worst, right? Gasoline cars are very efficient on highways, but not so much in the city. Reverse for an EV. EVs don't like highways as much. And if you turn in terms of efficiency, though, this is actually one of the most efficient vehicle I've driven. Now, it only has a 69 kilowatt battery, so it's not that big of a battery. Hence, the range is not that high, but the efficiency of it is pretty good. I was getting 19 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometers on the highway, going at much higher speed than the speed limit because I was in a hurry. Anyways, long story short, you don't care about that. I was going 120, so I think it's like, what, 75 miles per hour or something like that. And usually on an EV, you're in the 20 kilowatt hour plus range, so per 100 kilometers. So it's pretty efficient, but no way in hell was it gonna give me 420 kilometers of range. I got 360 kilometers of range on the highway, which is actually not bad. You're looking at a Google built-in system that will map everything out for you, that will tell you where the chargers is, and it's very good at predicting what your percentage is going to be, right? It was telling me, okay, you're going to get to this stop to charge, you know, because I did like 400 kilometers on day one, and it's going to tell you so I had to stop at a DC fast charger, and and for the predicted, it told me you're going to get there with 50% battery, and actually got there with 51% battery. So the Google built-in system plans your route, plans your chargers, does a very good job, stress-free. Come to charging, some reviews earlier were saying 153 kilowatt hour charging speed on DC fast charger. It's actually 175 kilowatt hour charging speed now, so it does pretty good for charging speed. It's not the 250 kilowatt hour that some others are offering, but it actually charges fairly fast. Like the charge curve kind of stays up very high, so you're going 10 to 80% charging time at a very good charger. Perfect conditions, it's gonna take about 26 minutes. Now let me talk about the exterior, since I'm in a good mood and want to keep talking about the good things. The exterior looks amazing. Those pixelated lights, brilliant. Yeah, they're pretty bright, but it just looks really great. It's obviously a compact version of the EX90. I like the look of this. I like how it's compact and everything, and it's got about 6.7 inches of ground clearance, so it is a little bit higher than you would. So you know, it's not a hatchback. It's a crossover, but it's pretty compact crossover. We're looking at cargo space, 11.2 cubic feet of space with the seats up. You do have a false floor down here. They got some storage underneath there as well. You can also put the seats down. It's you know, physical, not mechanical, so you don't press a button and they go down. You just do it yourself like this. And you're looking at 27.8 cubic feet of space. So it's on the small side. The Kia EV3 is gonna be bigger than that. It's not out yet, but it is gonna be bigger, and it's gonna be probably more affordable than this. So let's kick into pricing. Pricing in Canada, you're looking at between $57,000 and $66,000. In the US, that goes from $45,000 to $50,000. And right there lies my issue, the pricing of it. And you might be saying in the comment section already, as you're keyboard warrioring it, Pat, this is a luxury brand, like it's not a bad pricing. Yes, but step inside this vehicle and you don't quite get the luxury feel. Now, I don't care about all this plastic, because there's a lot of plastic in here. Recycled plastic, everything is made, you know, for the environment. I love that. I think that's great. But, and I don't care about plastic because I think it's easier to clean. I just don't think the price reflects the interior, because all I have to play with is a 12-inch screen. There's no buttons except for the steering wheel has some buttons, and you actually have to depress on them. They work great. And the center console has the window switches, because the door only has the door handles, right? There's nothing on the door handles except for there's nothing on the door except for the handles, an armrest, and a storage bin, which is good, but I kind of want a storage bin with a bottle spot, and this doesn't have a particular bottle spot that keeps it upright, so that's a bit of a gripe for me. Now, cup holders are right here in center console. You just press and extend, and if you don't want to hold on a cup, I don't know who drives without something to drink. That's something's wrong with you if you don't. But anyways, you can just put the bin, put the cup holders, slide them, and you still have that storage. Speaking of storage, you have an open storage in the middle as well. It's got it opens up as well. It's got like these doors. And then I have my wireless charger as well. It kind of gives you Tesla vibes, right? Tesla has the chargers kind of like in similar fashion, maybe a little bit higher. They couldn't put higher because the glove box. Now the glove box opens through the screen, and that's where I'm taking you next. The 12-inch screen responds really well. Everything is built very good with a 12-inch screen. But that's it. I don't have buttons and knobs. I even have to open the the glove box through the screen. I have to control my lights through the screen, and then I have to press, you know, if I want to go from auto to, like, you know, I want to go put the parking light on or daylight running on, and I have to press on that, and then I have to press on the button in the steering wheel to make sure that that's what I want. Same thing for your wipers, although you do have a wiper wheel on the left stock, so that's not bad. This comes with one pedal driving. Not the best tuned one pedal drive in my humble opinion, but I'd like it to be a bit more aggressive. I try to mess around with it, but yeah, no luck. You do have some ambiance lighting. It's pretty nice, especially that it goes by certain themes, which is kind of cool. I like that about Volvo, and I don't like that I don't have a driver information cluster. Now, this could be because this is a press vehicle and I'm hopping from my personal vehicle to this vehicle. If this was my only vehicle, I am sure I can get used to that. Any human can get used to basically everything, but as of right now, I don't like it. Comment below. I just think it slows my response time, having everything to the screen to the left, to that 12-inch screen. And same thing with selecting certain things when I go into my apps and such. It just takes my eyes off the road. And if I want to go to my HVAC, right, control something as HVAC, it's actually 2 buttons, right? So you have one tab for, it's not buttons, I wish I had buttons, but it's not. It's one tab for your temperature. So yeah, here you go, in temperature. And then there's a tab next to it for the fan. And then that controls everything else. They kind of separated it, right? So I have a fan tab that I can press for if I want max AC, defroster, and all that stuff. And I got another tab for my heated seats and the temperature, the ambient temperature inside the vehicle. And I just think they could have just maybe found a way to put it all in one tab if I have to go through screens, because you're making me look way more than take my eyes off the road, way more than I would want. Now let's go over to the seat comfort. Seat fabric, really cool, really easy to maintain as well. I have to clean these, and very easy to clean. Comfort wise, they're very comfortable. I do have, you know, power adjustable seats for both driver and passenger, and I like the big fixed glass, but I don't have a shade for it. So if it was a particularly sunny day, this will make camera work really bad, because, you know, sunlight and camera work sometimes doesn't go well together. But you can actually buy an option of having a shade. I just think that, again, when you come to the price, you should have more options. Seat comfort, I like to have that tie extender that I've seen in other Volvo vehicles that I've tested. That would have been nice. And now I think it's time to park it and conclude it. So before I wrap things up, I just want to give you guys my final thought about this EX30. The Volvo EX30 is, in pure Volvo fashion, drives exceptionally well. They do a really good job too at predicting range, and they're pretty close to the range you expect from this vehicle. Nothing about driving this vehicle makes you feel like it's anything less than luxury. Where it makes you feel less than a luxury vehicle is the interior. The interior could be much nicer. I think that I don't mind the plastic fantastic if they drop the price. Just because it's a Volvo doesn't mean you have to have a Volvo price. You can have a Volvo that has a price for, you know, more simplistic design, and, you know, reflect the price to that. That's all I would say. Is if I would cut that price by maybe $5,000 to $10,000, this would be great, because the Kia EV3 is coming in town, and this is gonna have competition, and I'm not sure how well it's gonna do at that point, because Kia's been making really good EVs, and the interior is much nicer in the EV3, and it's actually got more space than this. Food for thought, right? And charging speed and all that stuff. I just feel like Volvo kind of missed the boat because of the price tag they attached to it. Not because the product is bad. The product is good. I have no issues with it. I actually don't mind it being plastic fantastic. I'm not a fan of a big screen. That's why I probably would never just go for a Model Y or a Model 3. But the fact that this has these competitors to it, I think they took too many cues from Tesla. And that's not exactly a good thing in my opinion. I want to hear what your opinion is. I want to have that conversation in the comment section below. And subscribe to my channel. Maybe we can have a live chat about this, or anything really. I'm kind of open to suggestions. I'm a fairly new channel. My name is Pat, by the way. Thank you for watching this video. Again, loved driving it. Range is not that much of an issue because it charges fairly well because it's a fairly small battery. I just think that I'd like a bit of a discount on it, please. Like, yeah, I think most people would. It looks amazing. I'm looking at it right now. Oh, it's an amazing vehicle. It's very small, very compact. Maybe compress the price a little bit, and I'll be happier. Talk to you guys later.